Hello everybody. Today we're going to create a special situation in our SuiteCRM system. We're going to look into one contact is working in two different companies. Okay, so let's go. It is rare, but it can happen if you have one person working in two different companies at the same time. So, and then what to do in the CRM system. I'll show you the issue first. So if I'm here in a contact, click on edit. And as you can see, account name, this Kelly Abramson, is working in Air Safety Inc. And you don't have like a multi-select here. You can either or choose between companies. So and when does this become an issue? So in a couple of projects where we face something similar with a lot of data, and then it could be that one person is changing from one company to another company. That would mean the same person could exist two times in one CRM system, but with two different email addresses. So the role or the context change, and therefore the duplicate as a person is not that important, and the duplicate in terms of an email address doesn't exist. But what if it's external people working in companies and they don't have emails from the company email itself? And then you really could face the situation here. One external person is working for two different companies. It is rare, but it happens. So what to do then? Because here from the contacts, you can't do that. But let's just say we've got now here this company. I'll open that one up and then I'll go to accounts in general. And then, let's take Chandler Logistics, doesn't matter. And then we would assume that this person here, Kelly Abramson, is working in Chandler Logistics as well. And then we would just go to the contacts here as a workaround. And then you would be able to go here and then you would be able to link her again. So she is obviously already linked from before. But now we do the same thing again. And now we're using some sort of workaround, some sort of backdoor in SuiteCRM. So here, if you do this, it's not really like you're supposed to do it or like the idea of a CRM system, but it works. So if you want to show that, it would be possible. So how does it look like here? In the account, now she is working for another company, Chandler Logistics. That can happen. So we could check. And as you can see here for the ID starts with a 5 and this ID starts with a 9. Therefore, most likely you would need to double check with the code. And therefore, Chandler Logistics is being used rather than Air Safety. But if you look the other way around, in Air Safety, I would here refresh as well and check my contact panel. There she is, Kelly is still with us. And then I would refresh here as well. And there she is here with us as well. So what is the peculiar thing that happens now? If we go to the overview of contacts. So I open this one up in a new one as well. As you can see already the issue here. Here we've got twice Kelly Abramson, and they are both working. They have the same email address, the same telephone numbers, but they have different account names. Her working in two different accounts, and this is a bit of an issue of where you can just not know this exactly, because remember before this changed here to the other account name. Could have been as well that it stayed with the same account name depending on the ID. Here you see the real issue, which is basically coming from the database itself, not from the SuiteCRM, because now how we are modeling this relationship is we've got this one contact. This one contact is connected to two accounts from the accounts. So remember, we didn't change anything about the field account name inside the contact. We went to the account, and in the account we said our relationships to this contact exists, and we did this for both accounts. Or like the first one did exist already, the second one we added already. And then the special thing about this one, now I can close this tab here and maybe we close the company as well. Now I open up both Kellys and as you will see now it's the same ID. as you can see, here we've got the ID 13A and here we've got the ID 13A. So it's exactly the same Kelly, the same record, the same ID, but air safety just never shows up, independent from which one of the Kellys, because it's only one, I open up. So this is simply like a result or like a view of the join that happens underneath CRM system inside the database. And this is how you will just gain duplicates if you have two, you're showing basically the contacts and you're showing the accounts. And therefore, since there is this contact being found twice in one company, you will have like a visual duplicate. It doesn't exist. It's just like a visual duplicate for you. You have to know that this happens if you treat your CRM system like this. But it's not like a data cleaning issue or whatever. So if it really should be the case for you, in your specific circumstance, you need to have one person with the same email address, with the same phone number, working in two different companies, and then go ahead, do it in this way. In all other circumstances, I would suggest, except that you have a human, a person, a contact duplicate in your system. But if you take the context into account, like a different phone number, a different email address, a different company, then I would really go ahead and create the contact twice. If you go a little bit further and you want to know the state or the phase of this person inside the company, you would add like the role or like a mapping module, and then you would be able to track as well. This person left the company A already and now is working in company B. So therefore, again, it seems to be a valid case for duplicates. I really strongly suggest look into duplicates, avoid them where you can. This here is a special case because many of my customers and clients, they don't define this as a duplicate. So if you have two different email addresses, maybe even two different phone numbers, it's not a duplicate anymore, because email addresses and phone numbers are very strong indicators for duplicate records, whereas a name, maybe even an address or something, is not such a strong match for a duplicate record. Hope that was insightful. It's a very special case. Which route do you want to go down? Check it out, test around, see what fits and works for you, and then just build it up in this way. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.